me ask you something. Have you ever known exactly what you needed to say, but when the moment came, you held back? You were sitting in the meeting, you had the idea, you knew what needed to happen, but then that little voice started talking. What if they don't like it? What if I'm wrong? What if I don't say it right? What if I look foolish? And before you knew it, the moment was gone. Listen to me. The greatest battle isn't always in your audience. Sometimes it's between your own ears. And that's what I want to talk about today. The confidence gap every leader must cross. Because confidence isn't something a few lucky people were born with. Confidence is built. And I'm going to show you how to build it. I'm Torres, and this is The Leader's Voice, where leaders learn to communicate with clarity, confidence, and authority. Let's get into it. One of the biggest things that keep leaders quiet is the fear of what somebody else is going to think. Come on, we've all dealt with it. You're about to say something, suddenly you're having a whole conversation inside of your head. What are they going to think about me? Are they going to agree? What if somebody pushes back? Here's what I've learned over the years. If you're going to lead, somebody isn't always going to agree with you. That's leadership. Now, that doesn't mean you become arrogant. It doesn't mean you stop listening. I've been wrong before. You've been wrong before. And we'll probably both be wrong again. A strong leader can say, you know what? I missed that. But there's a big difference between being teachable and being afraid. You cannot give everybody else veto power over your voice. At some point, you've got to be able to say, this is what I see. This is what I believe. This is what needs to happen. And then stand there calmly, clearly, confidently. Here's a question worth asking yourself. Am I afraid of being wrong? Or am I afraid of being criticized? Because those are two very different things. And if organizing your thoughts and communicating them clearly is something you're working on, grab my free Clear and Confident Communicator Blueprint. The link is below. Don't just download it, use it. Take it into your next meeting, presentation, or important conversation and start putting these principles to work. All right, let's keep going. Perfectionism will keep you stuck. Here's another confidence killer. Perfectionism. This one can look like a good thing. John, I'm just trying to get prepared. Good. I'm a believer in preparation, but there's a point where preparation becomes procrastination. You rewrite the email 5 times. You redo the presentation. You record the video. Delete it. Record another one. Delete that one. You keep telling yourself, it's not quite ready. Well, let me ask you, when will it be ready? When it's perfect? Friend, you're going to be waiting a long time. I've been communicating publicly for decades, and there are still times when I finish and think, I could have said that better. I should have made that point differently. I forgot something I wanted to say. That's normal, because you're human. Here's what matters. Did they understand you? Did you make your point? Did they know what needed to happen next? Then you've communicated. Stop requiring perfection before you give yourself permission to perform. Prepare well, then go. Because sometimes perfectionism isn't excellence. Sometimes it's fear wearing a nice suit. And it'll keep you standing on the sidelines if you let it. You have to speak before you feel ready. Now here's where I think we get confidence backward. We tell ourselves, when I feel confident, I'll do it. No, most of the time you've got to do it before you feel confident. That's the confidence gap. It's the distance between I think I can and I know I can. And you don't cross that gap by thinking about it. You cross it by moving. Make the call. Speak up in the meeting. Ask for the business. Turn on the camera. Give the presentation. Have the difficult conversation. Get in the game. You may feel nervous. So what? Nervous doesn't mean you're not ready. Sometimes nervous just means it matters. I learned something years ago through boxing. You can hit the bag. You can work the mitts. You can train. You can prepare. But eventually, you got to get in the ring. because there are some things you only learn when somebody is standing across from you. Leadership is the same way. Some lessons cannot be learned from another book, another podcast, another seminar, or another video. Eventually, you got to get in the ring. And maybe that's exactly where you are. You know you've got more in you. You know you're capable of greater influence, but you're struggling to communicate it with confidence. If that's you, book a call with me. The link is below. Let's talk about where you are, where you're trying to go, and what's standing between the two. No pressure, just a real conversation. The 4 steps that build confidence. Now let me give you something practical. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember these 4 words. Prepare, practice, perform, repeat. That's how you cross the confidence gap. Prepare. Know what you're trying to say. Before that meeting, ask yourself, what's my point? Why does it matter? What needs to happen next? Get clear before you open your mouth. Practice. And I mean practice out loud. Things can sound great inside your head. Then you say them and think, well, that didn't come out quite like I planned it. So say it. Hear it. Shorten it. Simplify it. Say it again. Perform. This is where you got to stop preparing and go and do it. Make the call. Walk into the room. Turn on the camera. Make the presentation. Have the conversation. There comes a time when you got to quit practicing and perform. Repeat. And this is where confidence really begins to grow. Do it again, then again, and again. Why? Because every time you do it, you're giving yourself evidence. I've been here before. I've handled this. I know what this feels like. I can do it again. That's confidence. Not some mysterious feeling, not hype, not pretending you're never nervous. Confidence is experience remembered. You did it. You survived it. You learned from it. And now you're better prepared to do it again. Prepare, practice, perform, repeat. That's how confidence is built. And this is where my Clear and Confident Communicator Blueprint can help you. It's free. The link is below. Use it to help you prepare for that next conversation, meeting, or presentation. Remember, information alone won't change your communication. Application will. Grab the blueprint and put it to work. Now I'm going to challenge you. Don't just watch this video and say, that was good. I want you to do something. Think of one communication situation you've been avoiding. You already know what it is. Maybe it's a phone call. Maybe it's a meeting. Maybe you need to talk with an employee. Maybe you've been afraid to make an offer. Maybe you've been wanting to record your first video. Maybe you got an idea. You've been sitting on it. Whatever it is, that's your confidence gap. And I want you to take one step across it in the next 24 hours. Prepare, practice, and then perform. Don't wait until you aren't nervous. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait until everybody approves. Move. Because here's what I want you to understand. Confidence doesn't usually come before the step. Confidence comes because you took the step. And once you've done it, repeat. Do it again. That's how you grow. Listen, you may not need more knowledge. You may not need another degree. You may not need another certification. You may already know what needs to be done. The next level of your leadership may simply require you to trust your voice enough to use it. Your business needs your voice. Your team needs your voice. Your clients need your voice. The people you're called to influence need your voice. So quit waiting for confidence to arrive. Build it. One conversation at a time, one meeting at a time, one presentation at a time, one courageous step at a time. Prepare, practice, perform, and then, of course, repeat. And if you're ready to become a clearer, stronger, more confident communicator, book a call with me. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to go, and how I may be able to help you get there. The link is below. And before you leave, subscribe to The Leader's Voice and put this in the comments. I'm crossing the gap. That's it. I'm crossing the gap. I'm John Torres, and remember, don't wait for confidence before you move. Move and let confidence catch up with you. This is The Leader's Voice, where leaders learn to communicate with clarity, confidence, and authority. I'll see you next time.